For somebody who has been snowboarding for 28 years and I've instructed over 1,000 people in person, plus running my own camps and stuff, these are the 5 things I would do differently if I were to start over and learn snowboarding today. First, I would start with, I would absolutely take a snowboard lesson, and more importantly, take multiple lessons. At the end of the day, lessons are super beneficial because you're going to be able to expedite the learning experience, minimize the crashing, minimize bad habits, and overall have a way better experience. But when I first learned to snowboard, big shout out to my dad, he told me, here's your snowboard, go hike up there, dive in and come back down. And I was super stoked on being able to do that. That was amazing. Nothing wrong with that. The next day I snowboarded, I took a lesson. Cool, got to learn some stuff. That was super cool. But then I stopped taking lessons for the next 10 years. As a side note, I think we're going to go down this Black Diamond run because why not? This could be a little bit more fun than riding groomers, right? So for the next 10 years, I didn't take a single lesson. So then what ends up happening? Okay, this is what we just got into. We are now in a mogul field. And this actually proves my point. If I were to take lessons and understand the mechanics of snowboarding better, then I think I would have been a better snowboarder and I would have learned faster, had more fun, and I would completely be in a different position, including not breaking my back. I broke my back at the age of 17 because I had terrible fundamentals and I was reckless and I would just huck and chuck, but I rode over my skill level. But I swear, if I were to take lessons and gotten a better foundation by taking lessons, I would have been such a better snowboarder. Oh, it would have been so cool because I feel like I've been snowboarding a long time and I should be way better, but I had like learn the hard way, which is like trial, error, trial by fire, all of those, because I just kind of figured it out on my own. So if I were to do it all over, 100% would have done that. The second thing that I would have done is I would have put so much emphasis on body positions, because body positions are the gateway to doing anything and everything that you do on a snowboard. If you feel like something is really hard or really challenging, it's because you're in the wrong body position or at the wrong body position at the wrong time. So if I were to focus on body positions, I probably would not have broken my back. I probably wouldn't be standing here in front of you right now. But that's why we're making this video. What would I do differently? And one of the biggest things I would do differently when it comes to body position is really understanding the concept of knee steering. Obviously, I'm in these moguls, and if I can be confident and turn fast and trust it, I'm going to be able to handle pretty much anything, whether it's trees, moguls, but knee steering is that gateway. So as I make this turn, I'm going to knee steer, boom, knee steer, boom, knee steer, knee steer, okay? By knee steering, and if I were to put so much more emphasis on that, I would be such a better snowboarder. I would have better body positions. It would have been so cool. So that's the second thing I would do to start over. Focus on body positions. Now, if you're new to snowboarding, you're watching this for the first time, body positions are going to be essentially how you stand on your snowboard. A lot of times as a new snowboarder, we're like, a little scared, hands are close to the ground in case we fall. But we actually want to be in a better balanced position, a position that gives us as many options as possible to make turns, to adjust, to adapt by being in this nice neutral body position. Look how flowy I am. I'm like absolutely not struggling at all because I'm in the right body position at the right time. So that's what I would do for number 2. Number 3, I think looking back on it, honestly, I probably would have put more emphasis on paying for experiences, lessons, than gear. I always thought that by buying new boards, new boots, new bindings, new goggles was going to solve my problem of me crashing, falling, and getting hurt. Oh, if I just buy this board, it's going to solve the problem. Well, come to find out, it was all me and my body positions. So I would have spent my money more wisely. Invest in lessons, invest in experiences. What I mean by experiences is like go to new places, go to different resorts, go to just ride with new people. Invest in the experiences, because when you're new, equipment matters, but as you become really, really good, equipment really, really matters. So then instead of spending my money on this brand new board that is high performance, it's not actually going to benefit me until I'm like really good at snowboarding. Then it really matters. Having a board like the one I'm on now has a really fast base, has really good edges. It has this really fun top, really good control. I couldn't utilize that when I was younger, so that would have been an absolute waste. So that's number 3. Okay, but I am cold. It's sunny. I actually have like a puffy jacket. Check this out. I got a puffy jacket underneath because I'm like absolutely freezing. If you're looking for a jacket, check out shopbenetek.com. And it's cold out right now. There we go. All right, so number 4, if I were to start over, I would really focus on learning my switch riding as soon as possible. And ideally, I would love to learn switch within the first week of snowboarding. Once I'm able to link my turns like this, if I can make my turns heel side and toe side, I would love to have learned switch sooner than later. Now, the reason why is because the sooner you learn switch, the more creative freedom you have on your snowboard. Imagine you're just like making turns, make a turn, right? It kind of gets a little boring. Okay, cool. I'm going to do some jumps and some tricks and ollies and grabs and all that stuff. The moment you're able to ride switch, guess what? You can now open up. Holy cow, I can just do that 180. I can go like this. I can spin around. I can do so much stuff because my switch riding is so strong. So if I were to start over, I would learn switch as soon as possible, almost at the same time as my regular riding, because it just opens so much possibilities. But it's also a safety thing. I'm on the side of this mountain right here. If I were to be in my dominant direction, then back uphill is pretty blind. I have to look. But if I can ride switch, now I can look uphill. I can see everything because I was riding switch. So there's all these like hidden little benefits to switch besides the creative freedom, besides the tricks. There's a safety factor. Or what if my leg gets tired? You go switch. If you're looking for a full switch breakdown, I literally just dropped one like last week. So go ahead and check out that in the description, or just go to my feed or type in Tommie Bennett switch. I just dropped a really good video. I'm really pumped on that. I got 2 things I want to say, so we're going to break this up into like 5 and 6. So number 5, if I were to start over, is I would have gotten softer gear sooner. I've always been told you need stiff boots, stiff bindings, stiff board. But come to find out, in the body position, if I have stiff boots, that doesn't allow my shins to move forward, which causes me to do this, okay? And you'll see this. My shin is absolutely vertical, and if I want to squat, I can't move my shin. But imagine that as if I can have softer boots, I press down, and then my shins press forward, I have a better balanced body position. I would have benefited and been a safer rider, progressed faster, and had more fun if I were on a little bit more of a softer setup. One of the reasons I got a stiff boot is because I needed it to last a long time. My dad and mom sacrificed a lot. They worked multiple jobs. They tried so hard to like survive in an expensive mountain town. And they tried really hard. And sometimes we needed to get stiffer boots so that they can last 2-3 seasons instead of just 10 days, right? So big shout out to my parents for even like making any of my life possible. And so then, I wish I would have, if I were to start over, I would have gotten softer boots, allowing me to have better body positions to stay safe, progress, have fun, blah, blah, blah. So that's one thing I would do. And then number 6, as a bonus, one thing I would absolutely do different is I would ride with new people. I'm kind of a creature of habit. I don't really like to get out of my social circle because I'm just like kind of an introverted, low-key dude. And like, yeah, I do YouTube, but to be honest, I'd rather talk to a camera than talk to a human being. And I'm getting better about it. I'm working on my own insecurities. But when I was younger, I would always just ride with the same person every day. Then you get stuck in these routines. We're doing the same run. We're doing the same thing and nothing changes. But if I were to go back riding with new people, they see the mountain differently. I see the skier down here going down the main run. Cool, I may just follow that skier, do the main run. But what if I rode with somebody who's like, you know what? Come check out these moguls because I find them fun. So then I would have been like, oh, that sounds really cool. Oh, what if you want to hit like a little jump? Ooh, into a mogul field, right? By riding with new people, they see the mountain in a different way, which allows you to try new things, discover new things. What if you just never rode moguls because you thought they were lame, but come to find out they're an absolute playground? So by riding with new people, you try new things. Also, going to new resorts. by going to different places, different people, you start to put yourself in different situations where you actually have to adapt, you have to adjust. And that exploration can be extremely beneficial to your riding, to your skill level, and you might have explored something that you never thought was possible. I see this all the time at summer camp. People come and ride with me and they're like, oh, the boxes are scary. I'm like, let's try it. They do it and they're like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. And now they're like so stoked on snowboarding because they did something that they thought was scary, but ended up being like, oh, the right body positions, the right skill, the right guidance can completely make that experience memorable, life-changing possibly. So if I were to start over, I wish I would have like rode more places, rode with different people more, and just did a lot more diversity in my life than just like staying in the same routine. I guess I could say that now too, but like nowadays I really enjoy, like for like last year, last year I rode 200 days, rode 1 day alone. This year I probably rode most I've ever rode in the last 20 years alone, and it's probably like half my days are probably riding alone at wherever in front of a camera, just hanging out, vibing, enjoying. So those are the 6 things that I would absolutely do differently if I were to start my snowboarding over. Down in the comments below, I'd love to start the discussion. What would you do differently? What are some things that you thought were really good? What are some things that you probably should change? And if you were to tell a friend something different, what would that be? Also, if you're digging this jacket, check out shopbenetek.com. It's going to be linked down below. Because you made it this far, I don't know if this is my last year doing YouTube. I'll be real with you. I don't know if I'm going to do this much longer. YouTube, at least. I might stick to the short form stuff. I don't know if I'm going to do YouTube much longer. I'm not trying to be clickbaity. I'm not trying to make this a big deal. Just being honest. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I could do it again. I could do it next year. I might not. Might be very limited. I might not. I don't know. So just not sure what I'm doing in that regard. But we're still going to put out content. We're still going to do benetek. We're still going to be snowboarding. Just not sure where to go for the rest of my life. But on that note, we're going to come stick around. We're going to ride some moguls. We're going to continue chatting, vibing. And I freaking love moguls. One thing that I would say, people hate moguls because they're not good at it. Yeah, that might be like a hot take. But I swear, if you're good at moguls, it's so much more fun. For example, like, oh, there's this mogul right here. Well, what if I do a frontside 360? Like, doesn't that sound fun? And if you're good at moguls, you understand them, you have a good time, then moguls become really fun. So I think my next video might be how to ride moguls. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what other videos you want to see. We just put one out about switch, put one out about skidding versus carving. Yeah, let me know in the comments below. But I'm going to end that there. I'm going to go edit this video, post it, and see you in the next one. Maybe. Maybe.